Welcome, everybody, to this broadcast of the Super Mario Brothers Randomizer Tournament, Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Tournament. Tonight's match is between proa007 and mitchflowerpower. And tonight, I am joined in commentary by the reigning, defending, undisputed randomizer champion of the world, Macobra52. How's it going, man?
Hey, doing good. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so this we were kind of discussing this beforehand, but this is a really exciting matchup. I guess they've played each other the last 3 years as well, so it's kind of old hat at this point too.
Yes, all three of our tournaments on SpeedGaming, they have crossed paths with one another, and they've had to knock one another out in order to advance. So here we are again. This year, they're both undefeated in group play. They're both 2-0 bracket play. Completely undefeated. So tonight, unfortunately, we'll have to send one home and one will advance to the semifinals. So in the meantime,
so someone's going to have at least 2 losses anyway, right?
Right. So in the meantime, go and get your guesses in. What world will we see first in this game 1 of 3 here?
Yeah, so I know obviously I think most people are familiar with Mitch, who is well known for his ability to drive a virtual desert bus. But proa007 is also one of the best randomizer players in the entire world. Not a player that makes too many mistakes in terms of routing, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, this should be really close. I'm really excited for this one. And so we'll see what happens.
Looks like we have World 7 start off here. So they find the last island, but unfortunately there's a lock in front of the castle, so they'll have to look for a fort here to beat, and looks like Pro's already found one, and of course, 7F2 to start off.
Ooh, man. Mitch just barely avoiding that cheap too, so both players kind of getting rough levels here that you don't want to see right away.
Yeah, I'm guessing Mitch sort of went towards another pipe and started working his way in another direction.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this is the fort or not, because, yeah, you might end up with a situation where both players do different forts, and one of them's right, so it'd be a 50-50 right off the bat here.
Oh, okay, Mitch was just working his way toward the castle, but he must have just saw the lock, so he's going back to, okay, he's going to follow the same path Proa did.
Okay, so yeah, he just beat that first level, and Proa deciding to keep the power up here. Which, you know, is something that's pretty good, I guess, early on in the randomizer when you don't have much inventory. A lot of times you'll see people damage boost in that room just because it saves a pretty significant amount of time. And oh, Mitch actually getting unfortunate there, and looks like he hit the A press right at the last possible moment he could still flutter. So unfortunate death there.
Oh man, the flutter shame right there. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. You see that happen to people fairly regularly, actually. I kind of have this theory about it, and it's kind of tinfoil hat, but you know how when you jump with P speed and you do a frame perfect jump, it still considers you in the air and you keep P speed? Well, I think that might be happening with the tail too, so you actually flutter when you should be on the ground. Oh,
yeah. Meanwhile, Pro is apparently the 7F2 was not the correct fort, so now he's found his way to 7F1 how appropriate.
Yeah, so a nice little Fred coming out here, huh?
Yep, he gets his Tanuki speed on. He's going to fly his way up to the pipe here. Take on Bim Bim Yaw, which is just finished 7F2. So yeah, they both saw that the wrong lock was broken there, so they know they have to keep searching, and fortunately Mitch finds the right path as well, so he's right behind the Proa here. He has to do double power up too, though, just like he did.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. The decision to keep the power up for Proa actually saved him. He lost a bunch of time in the bottom section of 7F2, but he saved more time, I think, in 7F1, not having to grab this like we see Mitch having to do here. So got a little bit of an advantage there, but it's still fairly close because he's got to play this level. And 8-2 is not pleasant when you have a cheat sheet.
Yeah, getting some of the rougher levels early on here of 8-2, man. of a cheat sheet to boot, which he's arguably more annoying than boss bats. He can sort of respawn on you if he gets too far off the screen there, just like you saw at Pro A there.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can see Pro A purposely trying to avoid the ground, knowing he's going to be respawning fairly soon. So slight advantage here going to Pro A, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds or so. But we're still early, so a lot of randomizer left here.
Yeah, we see Pro into free 4 here, and fortunately avoids the water area. That can get kind of annoying there, but he's able to fly over that pretty well there. Maybe his way down to the end here. No problem at all.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's almost better to have tail in that level, just because if you get a blooper there, it's going to create so much lag. A lot of times your inputs aren't going to go through anyway, so... So yeah, getting the Piranha stage, which this stage can be kind of evil depending on what enemy you get at the end there. I've actually gotten a Patui there, and it was basically unpassable.
Yeah, we had the World 2 airship on Pro's side. He's able to get P-speed and fly over the mast in the center, which does save a bit of time there. Very nice. Mitch does not have a tail, so he will not be able to take advantage of that. But not a huge time gain, but it does save a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mitch could check the power block though, and maybe he'll get a flower or something that'll allow him to save more time. So, but yeah, Pro A had a pretty good world here. I don't think he took any deaths, despite, and of course it's a star because it's the randomizer special.
That's right. Whenever you don't want a star, it tends to be a star. I noticed that too.
What, you don't like fighting Wendy small only with no inventory? Speaking of...
Yeah, speaking of Wendy, here we are at World 3 here. We got one pipe right away to check here, and... looks like we got another pipe right off the bat. We're going to keep going down here, and okay. So the correct pipe's in the middle right there, and it's blocked off by 2 locks. So Pro's going to work his way down to the 4 on the right side, and hopefully that breaks the correct lock. Now you can directly access here.
It's kind of a nice configuration here to World 3 when you get that pipe right away. Sometimes you have to play 5 levels before you can do anything, so at least getting the pipe right away will save him some time. And Mitch is going right for the level, actually. So save a little time here on the pipe transition, actually. But he doesn't realize it, of course.
Yeah, he must feel he's behind with that 7F2 death, so he might be taking the gamble here to not check the pipes and instead just play towards that fort there. I got Pro here in Super Tanks. Don't get item here, but it is considered a fort, so that will break a lock here. We'll see which one it does shortly.
Yeah, you're really hoping that it is that one, so that's good news for them. So actually, just 2 levels here are going to be required for this world, and they'll be able to go right to the airship. So pretty nice world setup for World 3. Can usually, or not usually, I mean, sometimes it can be kind of brutal. I mean, I feel like on most of the time it's fairly brutal, actually.
Yeah, I wonder if Mitch is going to go back and check that pipe he skipped over, or he's just going to follow the breadcrumb right there to that lock that broke. I imagine it'll follow that direction.
He did? He did actually go back and check the pipe to the right, so he does know which pipe is which at this point, I think. Oh, and Wendy's 5 hits. All right, well, 5 hits, no Quake Wendy, which I think is actually harder than the Quake version, so not being kind to the runners early.
Yeah, especially on this airship, too, with all the different levels of the terrain there and where you find. So yeah, let's see how what Mitch does. There's 2 hits on Mitch's end. Got the 3. There's 4, and looks like he's gonna get through there unscathed. Very nice.
Yeah, he took a really good pattern there. That's pretty much the best way to do that fight, I find, in my experience. You'll always avoid that that ring there. And we see proa using his cloud. I think just you know, gets a free pipe check, so figures why not. And it's a pretty good strategy, I'd say. Some people like to hang on to him just in case they draw some bad levels, but we'll see what Mitch decides to do here as well.
Yeah, that's what I tend to do, you know, because you never know when like Atlantis or something else is going to come up that you definitely want to skip, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Levels before I commit to using a cloud or not. So.
Ooh, gets a hand stage. So actually, Mitch gonna get an item here. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually gets from this stage. If it's something like a hammer, this could be a gigantic swing actually here.
Yeah, hammer cloud would be awesome. Of course, this is a star though.
Nice. So Mitch gonna be able to skip the hammer bro though, and that did only give a P-wing, so deciding to fight it. I think not a bad decision just because it could potentially be a hammer. I know there are a lot of runners that believe in fighting hammer bros early on for this reason, but looking like our runners are not going to get lucky here with a hammer, because I think that would save a pretty significant amount of time in this world if they could find one.
Yeah, I was about to ask if the one behind the boulder there, the pipe there, it was the one that would save some significant time. It seems like it does in this case.
Yeah, I haven't seen the other pipe yet, and we know those two pipes led to each other, so...
Yeah, so Pro might, yep, he's gonna go fight these hammer bros, see if he can get himself a hammer here and save some time. Of course, another star.
And Mitch getting marathon there, choosing to use the star he just obtained, which is just kind of a good safety measure to do. And the other hammer bro looks to be a mushroom, so yeah, we're not getting hammers here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we got a bit of a long haul for World 6, but yeah, we'll see what we get here. Starting off free F1. Infamous for the door free trick. I don't think either one's gonna go for it. So yeah, Pro's gonna stop at door 5 here. Unfortunately, just a 1-up, so not much help there. Ooh, the fish almost got him, but that's why I like to jump as soon as I go for that door, because he might be lurking right there.
Yeah, as long as you just kind of do the vanilla strats, you're pretty fine, so... But it looks really scary. So yeah, it's a good point. Mitch still has a cloud, so not as behind as he appears, and is going to save some time by skipping that hammer bro as well. And if he doesn't go for door 5 here, he should also save a bit of time.
Yeah, it makes quick work of free F1 right there. Meanwhile, Pro's in 5-2 here, and nothing too trolly right here. It tends to not be, just do the normal vanilla thing and be on your merry way.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate you can't do the slide strats in that level, which you see in vanilla just because, you know, you move at slide speed and it's the fastest way to move, but yeah. And ooh, getting the cheap sheep right there. Sometimes that guy can get in your way, so kind of fortunate that he spawned in such a way that allowed Mitch free passage. And we see 5-8 on Pro A's side, and honestly, this is a stage where there is a randomizer specific speed strat for, but Pro A actually making pretty easy work of the stage without the P speed, which is impressive actually.
Yeah, that was actually Nintendo Power that was like, you cannot be this low at taking a hit, and time and time again we proved him wrong.
Right? And we see a little route divergence here. Mitch deciding to do 5-6, and yeah, understanding that that Parabeetle he needs is going to be despawned, and doing the quick turn back there, so a little bit of a trolley stage in that regard. And Pro A having fire for Lemmy is going to be a huge boost for him, because Lemmy's kind of one of these annoying Koopalings I find in Randomizer. Personally, I find him more difficult than Wendy if he's 5 hits. Just the way the beach balls move in the arena can be very frustrating in uneven stages. So yeah, being able to to fire kill him there is a pretty significant time save, I would think.
Yeah, Mitch's in a fight now, and he'll probably do the same thing. Fireball strats. No, he'll stomp on him once.
And he's only one hit.
Of course.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? I find that more often than not, you go into a world or you go into an airship with fire, and then he's just one hit. And it's like, man, I wanted to use this. I had the perfect power up for this, and nope.
Yeah, usually I don't 100% commit to a fire kill without at least one stomp and just having to see if it's a one-hitter or not. But if not, yeah, if I can, I'd try and fire kill.
Yeah, it's a pretty good strategy, I think, for most Koopalings. Maybe Wendy, not so much, just the nature of how she functions. And we see a little route divergence here, too. Mitch getting 3-2. Proa getting 2-2 there. So I think 3-2 should be a little quicker, so Mitch should pick up a little bit of time here. He did have to do a little extra road movement, though, so we'll see what happens here. And with the fire that he still has, he has some potential here in 4-2 to do some despawn strats as well.
Yeah, so we got Pro entering the 4, just as Mitch is entering the level he just beat, 4-2 here. It's 4F2. He's able to make, as long as he can get through, if I take a hit, he should be alright. Pretty easy with the tail. You like to see the speed strat, so, but fortunately, can't quite work
out. I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of the nature of the way Pro A plays. He's just pretty steady. He hasn't really made too many mistakes here. I think it was just the Wendy fight, and since then he really hasn't taken damage at all.
Yeah, but now we have 1-2 with Cheap. 4-2-1-1, how appropriate. Yeah, he's gonna stick to the top here, and didn't get a fire flower. Interesting. But yeah, he's gonna make work with that stage. So we're still relatively one stage apart here, so it's still relatively close.
Yeah, Mitch closing the gap a little bit here, and he still does have that cloud. So, and it's gonna come in useful in the very next stage. So yeah, I would anticipate Mitch is gonna take an intentional death here and actually cloud this one. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely want to cloud 6-6 if you can. It's
he doesn't even know.
Oh wow. The blind cloud for Mitch, nice.
Yeah, really good play there. Able to combo there with the music box to skip the hammer bro and the levels. So sometimes in that situation, I like to keep the hammer bro awake just because most of the time it's just a free safety victory, I guess. But yeah, since he had the P-Wings, you can just P-Wing the airship, and Larry's not going to give him any problem here. And he gets the off-screen grab, so he'll save some nice time here on the cutscene, about 4 seconds.
Very nice. Pro's gonna fight the hammer bro. We'll see what kind of item he gets here. Oh, it is a hammer. Did Mitch actually fight him?
No, Mitch skipped that hammer bro, so a little unfortunate luck for Mitch, but he did skip 6-6 there, so we'll see. This hammer's not always useful in World 2, but if he gets maximum usage out of it, he can skip as many as 4 levels, so... Or not 2 in World 2, I mean, not 2-2.
Yes, that can be huge for Pro A. We have to see what the layout of World 2 looks like and see if the hammer becomes advantageous or not to use.
Yeah, and we'll see, if... Mitch doesn't get another hammer from something else too. Basically, they're kind of at the point if there's another hammer in the seat, it's not particularly useful. It could be in World 4 here, but probably not.
And unfortunately, that fort at the start does not build the bridge for Mitch, so he'll have to search for another fort to play. Looks like he's down one, but unfortunately at the very start of World 4, so looks like we may have a long trek ahead of us.
Yeah, it looks like all the levels being required here, and of course I say that, and potentially that hammer would actually be useful in this World 4, but kind of a risk since you're not going to get to see what's going on at the end of the world until you beat that level before the fortress anyway, so... So yeah, proa playing 5F1, which is honestly probably my least favorite fortress in Randomizer. Just the way these roto discs move generally, they're not very kind to the runner.
Yeah, because the randomizer does change the directions of the disc waffles at times, so yeah. Have to watch out every now and then, unfortunately.
Yep, it always seems like that last one rotates in such a way that you're not getting by it, so... So yeah, Mitch getting some P speed here. Yeah, getting the H jump. Nice grab.
Dodged an angry sun and finishes off in style. Very nice.
So proa stopping to get a power up in 5F2 or 5F2. Normally you don't really see that, but didn't have P speed at the beginning there, taking it a little on the safer side. But he understands that as long as you keep moving forward in this level, you know, most of the stuff just kind of gets out of your way.
Oh, nice job from Mitch, fluttering down to the donut blocks there.
Yeah, thankfully had a tail there. Looked a little scary.
Uses the music box, puts all the bros to sleep, and he is on his way to the end of World 5 here, Vanilla World 4.
Yeah, that's a fantastic usage. Maximum value there, skipping 3 hammer bros.
Bro going back to check if that built the bridge, and I believe that one did. So he's just gonna play onward here. I would have probably not went back to check, to be honest, and just played onward, and I would have seen eventually if it did.
Well, he does have the hammer here, so that tells me he's probably gonna choose to use it, actually. A lot of runners feeling that if you have an opportunity to skip a level with a hammer, you kind of have to choose to do it, which makes some degree of sense. There seems like there's a lot of configurations that the hammers end up not being particularly useful in bracket seeds.
That is true. We do still have World 2 on the table, though, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. So yeah, but yeah, based on that decision, it kind of makes me think that he's going to use it here. We'll see, though. Yep, sure enough.
It does go with the hammer, okay. Maybe he's hoping for another one with a princess, maybe?
Yeah, deciding to fight this hammer bro. Skip the other two, though, and gets a P-wing, so probably not what he was looking for. Probably looking to replace his hammer.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mitch makes good work, 6-9 right there. Unfortunately, does not get the wall jump, and I don't know how difficult it is with the tail. But I'm sure it's pretty hard to pull off there. But yeah, fortunately,
I think I've seen people like clip in there, but I mean, it's kind of a joke to even attempt it. Your speed's so slow that the odds of you clipping in is astronomically low.
Yeah, it's currently about a 2-level difference between Pro and Mitch right now. Okay, Mitch has found the paradox pipe. Look, well, a bit of a paradox. You're still on the ground technically.
Yeah, and on the unfortunate truth coming out here, kind of what I expected, right? It has to be that. Oh, and Mitch getting a hammer. So, proa is probably going to end up fighting that hammer, bro. I don't see any way he wouldn't. So, actually ends up making a really good decision using that hammer in World 4.
Yeah, with the lock in the way, I think you'll have to fight it unless it maneuvers itself over, like, past the pipe or something. Which I'm not sure it's possible.
Yeah. I guess he does have a music box, but, you know, I don't think he'll probably use it.
So the blue fort was free F2, kind of appropriate there.
Right? This blue fort is underwater. Wow, nice.
So yeah, that definitely broke the lock. So this looks like 2 Fort World 5 here. So once we get to the sky, we shouldn't have anything else to break or build.
Interesting he chose to fight that hammer bro. I guess he just didn't want him running way over the levels, and also I think they're looking for a Bowser item still at this point, and wow, World 5 is going to be very rude here.
Wow, they have a grind to say the least. I counted 4 levels to the castle. Yeah.
So what, they skipped, they're going to end up skipping 3 levels in World 5? Oof.
Looks like Mitch is going for P-speed here in order to clip the, this section over here. Let's see if he gets it.
Yeah, he tends to go for this. Oh, clipping in there, unfortunately. It's probably the first time I've seen him all tournament where that happened to him, so he's had pretty good success with that. Strangely enough, it's generally a time save just based on, I mean, you already see it. The enemies you get at the end here are kind of trolly, and you got to end up going back and forth, so.
Yeah, I wonder if that's as hard as it looks, you know, maintain the P-speed in that tiny room there.
It's not, yeah, it's not easy. It's kind of weird maintenance, I guess, that you gotta do to it. And Pro A actually deciding to skip the levels and play the fortress instead, so unfortunately does not draw one of the shorter fortresses.
Yeah, 6F1 versus 6-5. Both of those are kind of long end. I don't know which one I would pick.
Honestly, I think he got the better level here, but yeah, it's not the advantage he was probably hoping for, right? Probably hoping to get something like Navy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see Mitch do maybe go for the tunnel here, and he does go for it and does get it. So yeah, awesome. Taking the damage boost in order to go for the tunnel. Very cool.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen the tunnel done in randomizer.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's easier in a couple instances. Unfortunately, that one was the most difficult, and he just did it perfect, so it didn't matter.
Very nice, and we got free 8 here with the Angry Sun. There's a monographical thing that happens, makes him look kind of like a golden boss bass, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's the Angry Sun in and out. So yeah, that stage, pretty easy randomizer stage. Can almost always do it vanilla. There's really only one spot you worry about the enemy, and that's the underwater enemy. I mean, well, the stage is generally underwater when you get there anyway. But yeah, outside of that, it's a pretty gentle stage, I would say. Yeah, Mitch grabbing the wand around about 27:05 there. He's gonna make his way to World 7 here, which let's see, what haven't we seen yet? World 2, that's right. And they both get over hammers to skip that, break that rock if needed.
Yeah, it's a good point. 27 minutes out of 6 worlds, pretty slow pace, I would say. I'm kind of interested to see what either one of them thinks, where they're at. Pro A's played really well. I don't think he's taken any deaths at all, actually, but Mitch, just since he took that early death, has really played very clean.
Yeah, it gets a second try 7-1 clip. Very nice on Mitch's side. Yeah, we have a lock behind the pipe right there, so more than likely, I'm guessing a 2-Fort World 2. You know, hard to tell from here. until we see the other side of the screen, but that's what it's looking like.
Oh man, Mitch did not want to take damage there. Oof, okay. He makes it past. Yeah, 7-8, not a level you like seeing in Randomizer, and he's gonna take the pipe. Yeah, sure. I mean, you see the boss bass, you take the pipe. It's math.
Yeah, I almost always take the pipe here. It's definitely a safe way to go. You get a free item out of it, and you know you're pretty much near the end of the level.
Yeah, I think the only time I wouldn't is if, you know, there wasn't a bass, which that level always seems to have a bass.
And Pro gets second try with the tail, which is even harder than without. So very, very nice for him.
Yeah, we'll see what Mitch decides to do here. He could get the item. I wouldn't suggest it because we don't really know what's going on in this world. And he is going to do it, actually. I guess he does have the hammer, so maybe it won't matter any, unless there's just another fort hiding on the other side of the screen, which I haven't taken track of the fort counts. I have no idea. And sure enough, so actually saves them a bit of time in that level, and yeah, saves a little extra time by hammering instead.
Yeah, just a 1 fort world 2 here, so him using the hammer right off the bat there to skip all the way to the where the pyramid normally is. Now it's 7-9. Not a level you want to see in Randomizer because it's kind of tedious with the maze and whatnot. Yeah, this is going to do this the normal way here. Our Pro's now G1 fort. We'll see if he goes for item or not. Looks like he's debating on it, but you know he's going to play it normally. I think
if you're not, if you're not taking track of the fort count, then definitely it's a risk when you don't see the entire world to get the item here.
Oh, so apparently Pro does not have his hammer.
Interesting. So he must have music box then. Huh. In World 5, I actually missed that. Okay. Makes some sense.
Yeah, so he did make the right play by playing the fort normally and getting that pipe open to shorten the path. But yes, this is still anyone's game. We still have the Great Equalizer World 8 to go, so go and get your guesses in. How many bridges will it take to find our way to Bowser here? 0, 1, 2, or 3?
9,001. All right, so we see all 3 forts on the opening screen and 1 pipe. So.
I would not be surprised if Mitch just beats all 3 just to get him out of the way. Pro's feeling behind. Yeah. He could just beat 1 or 2 and start exploring from there and see if he gets lucky.
Yeah, this is set up really well for Mitch. He should definitely play all of them, and I kind of anticipate he will. I actually think both will at this point. Yeah, when you see this, you don't want to ever have to go back here. This is... sometimes in World 8 you want to gamble, but this gamble is never going to pay off. Like, I think it's like 0% chance, really.
Yeah, and gets the 1 cycle. Very nice for Mitch. Bit tougher than it is in vanilla. Definitely with the random enemies and whatnot, but gets done, and without taking a hit, nonetheless. And was this the actual Air Force stage? Is that a Fred? Oh, no, I guess not.
This was 8 for it, and then the tank was 8 for it, and then maybe... Oh, and this is 2 for it, okay.
Speaking of Navy, we haven't seen Navy yet. Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Or did we?
I don't recall Navy. So Mitch only doing 2 stages there, so that's kind of interesting. So we see the last fort there, and there's a bunch
we
of
got hand across. So this could come into play as well. Whether you get grabbed or not.
Yeah, and so they've done different forts here. This is really interesting. It's I guess the current time in the early deaths really making Mitch think like he's behind, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, this pipe should bring us out of the dark. I haven't seen any pipes. The hand bridge gotta look crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say. And finding out that 2 fort is gonna be probably the one, I guess. Well, might be potentially one. And speaking of, I guess we have the Air Force Navy.
Ready to sail 7 seas, yes indeed. Pro not quite getting the 1 cycle, so he's gonna he grabs a star, but unfortunately, because he is Big Mario, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be able to hit the orb here. So close, but not quite. So nothing broke on the dark screen there. So Mitch's gonna go back and see if they broke that lock, and it did not. So yeah, we'll see what he does.
I think he forgot what was on the first screen, or in what he'd already played. So this is Proa's got a shot here, actually. This is not a quick stage. I guess he's also looking at the potential of a pipe behind this level. So kind of interesting to me that he didn't decide to go back and play the last fort on the first screen.
Yeah, he did beat the hand, so he wouldn't have to worry about that, dodging the hand again.
So yeah, it all comes down to all right, well, he doesn't get pulled on, and they both got pulled in by that one. So yeah, it all comes down to whether or not the pipe is behind this tank here.
Yeah, I believe it's the only way forward here. So I think Mitch may have it right. It's just a matter of if that final fort on the first screen was acquired or not.
Yeah, we'll see where this, maybe one of the hand bridge. Yeah, I'd anticipate this goes to the hand bridge. I think he's kind of confused here. He might have forgot where that fort was, to be honest.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pro can get past because he did beat that fort. We'll see where this leads.
Oh, okay. Boy. And wow. Okay.
The 1 fort, the fort.
But the other pipe.
There is.
But the other pipe. This has got to be the pipe. We've seen all the other pipes. Yeah, sure enough.
There it is. So there were no bridges technically required. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pro's race to lose at this point. Mitch is about to clear the 1 fort that he needs, but Pro's already in Bowser's Castle with a fire flower. We'll see if he can keep it here. Getting across the gap just fine. He's going for the clip. He went for it once, but he's going top half. Now, if Mitch has the fire flower, you can get that clip done. Oh. Top half, very nice to seed. So, Pro's race to lose at this point. Let's see if he can get the fire kill done.
Taking it safe here. Not going to have issue here since he's taking it safe, I think. Well, we'll see. There we go.
Takes care of Bowser. And that is GG. Get your GGs in for proa007. He's going to finish game 1 tonight. We'll get the official SR time shortly here. So the time is 37 minutes and 39 seconds. GG. Very close race, all things considered. Once again decided by the Great Equalizer, World 8 there.
Yeah, I have to imagine Mitch felt like he was behind. Because or he just didn't see the fortress. It's the only things I can think of there. Because normally, I think if he's ahead, he'd probably just play it fairly conservatively. So
yeah, that 7F2 def early could have made a difference here, actually.
yeah, pretty close, honestly.
Yeah, so Mitch is now in the Bowser fight. He's small Mario, though, so he's going to have to wait for him to crush the floor here. And throws all I need to Mario free. Yeah, as you can see, Bowser's hitbox only in his head, so don't worry about getting crushed below him there.
Yep, showing off his hitbox here.
And down goes Bowser. Get your GGs out for Mitch Flowerpower. Very, very tight race once again. Just got the World 8 luck and several other factors involved. But yeah, he finished with his SRL time of 39 minutes and 15 seconds. GGs. So yeah, again, this is a best of 3 affair, so it's not over yet. We still have potentially 2 more rounds to go here, so we will see what happens here. So sit tight, don't go away. We will be right back with game 2 of this exciting matchup between proa007 and Mitch Flowerpower. Stay right there.
All right, guys, we're back. We got our runners setting up for race 2, and what a race 1, man! Really exciting, really back and forth. Saw a lot of good stuff from both of them. Kind of what you'd expect, right? Pro A on his side, just pretty steady there. Doesn't make too many mistakes in terms of routing, which is what you come to expect. And then on Mitch's side, pull off some incredible execution to allow him to come back into that one.
Yeah, once again coming down to World 8, but yeah, it's a whole new ball game now. So go and get your guesses in. What world will we see first in this game 2 of potentially free games?
Yeah, that's really big for Pro A to take the first game. I think for him, I think it's really hard going down 1-0 to Mitch, maybe more so than anybody, just because, I mean, you're playing Mitch. There's a little bit of intimidation, right? He's the best player out of Mario 3. You know, obviously randomizer does equal that playing field a significant amount, you know, and the experience is really important with it. But yeah, you still, it's not a pleasant feeling to be down 1-0 for sure.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Looks like we have World 5 to start here. And of course, we're swimming in F2 to start off.
Not blue though.
Yeah, from the looks of it, this will build our bridge to the other side here, and from there they'll take a pipe to the sky. We'll see what kind of situation we have here.
So yeah, we see Pro A again choosing to stop and get the power up, losing a little bit of time here in order to do so, but I'm really a believer in safe passage through these stages, because you know what's slow, guys? Taking deaths. It's really slow, I can tell you. And wow, what a configuration.
Yeah, so that's the one they want to take, so that does bring him closer, so that's good. Got a fast World 5 right there. Mitchell was very slight lead, but Pro does have a use mushroom. He's gonna stop and grab that. It's a fire flower, so. And Roy's a high jumper. Just the one hitter though.
Yeah, Mitch was out of there in like 124, so I mean, just the dream setup here for World 5. So yeah, I think about 10 seconds or so between the two right now.
Yeah, so go and get your guests in now. Which world's coming next? Pretty much any levels, any world except 8 and 5 now.
Ooh, this is the kind of configuration in World 1 that actually, if this turns out to be a specific way, you can actually end up playing all the levels here. So we could see the complete opposite in World 1, depending on which fort breaks which lock.
Yeah, they're hoping the fort up at the top right there breaks either one of those locks that are direct access to. If not, they'll be in for a treat there. I think we like to dub that the scenic route now in World 1. if we not going all the way around like. So yeah, this fort's gonna be the Navy stage, so nothing too difficult there.
Yeah, this is pretty much just get P speed and go. I'm probably going to save a little bit of time getting a fire kill here, so get him back in it a little bit here. And okay, so they are fortunate here in that is the best lock that could have been broken.
Right, so the rest of the way is clear in World 1 here. Just a matter of got one more fort in their way, but not directly, as far as lock goes or whatnot. But yeah. They'll be on their way out of here shortly.
Yeah, pretty good start. You know, they did have to play the 2 levels up top, but four levels in World 1's not too bad. It's pretty average, 3 or 4, I would say. Sometimes you get really fortunate and you only have to play 2, but seems more often than not you're playing a couple levels here, a couple extra ones.
Yeah, we have 7-9 next, rather, and Mitch got a tail, but he didn't fly up the left side there. Like, okay, Pro's going for it. Probably doesn't save time, after spending that time debating, but usually have better time.
Yeah.
Flying up there.
Yeah, I think the bass was giving him, the baby bass, giving him a little trouble here, and trying to get out of its way and take him out before he decided to fly to the left.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that Koopa going right through the platforms. Paracoopas, they don't care about walls and ceilings and platforms. They just fly right through them.
Hamburger drops a P-Wing. Let's see if that comes in handy here. Oh, if Pro uses this, he can make skill work out of World 6 airship here.
Yeah, I don't think he will just because he's got a tail, but he might.
Oh, he's gonna go onward. There actually is a strat you can use to get P speed early on and fly over the mast and whatnot. I've used it at times, but yeah, if you can nail that strat, it's awesome. But I don't see too many runners go for it.
Yeah, interesting that both deciding to keep their tail for this. There is potential for the off-screen grab, of course, but you could always damage boost through those flamethrowers there and save a little bit of time too, because there's another power block, and generally it's something anyway.
Yeah, these two runners still within 10 seconds of one another, so it's still a pretty close matchup here.
Okay, King. Anyway. Interesting configuration here. I get this feeling they'll probably both check the pipe because you kind of have to. And Mitch choosing the damage boost here so he can keep P-speed through the stage. Nice job avoiding that fire chomp at the end there. But when you see two forts in World 2, generally there's a lock in either direction. So...
Yeah, 2-4 World 2 here. Mitch is going to take the pipe and see what he sees on the other side here. And there is a lock directly in the way. Yeah, he does have a hammer. Considering what he's going to do here, he's going to go back. Because yeah, there's only one level to get to the forts in the middle right there. So probably the better option there.
Yep. And ends up with a fort. This is a fort 50-50 as well, so this could be a really significant time swing if one player chooses the right fort right away, if there's like a route divergence anyway between the two.
Yeah, no way to know what a fort does until you beat it, so that's nature randomizer for you, so flip a coin.
Yeah, whatever fort that I would pick first, just pick the other fort and you're going to be correct. So. Oh man, that waffle. Ooh.
So they made the same play.
Mitch,
here.
I don't think...
They're both in 5F1 here.
Yeah, this is... You like to see this just because, you know, I mean... It ends up being a pretty significant time loss one direction or the other. This way, our race stays close, so... And, of course, it was not that fort, so...
Unfortunately, they both chose poorly, but that's okay.
And
we're gonna
even,
stop the bro.
Yeah, even worse here, the other fort's significantly easier, too. So when you see that, you're like, oh, okay, well...
Yeah, it gets another P-wing out of it, so yeah, distancing their you know, the time between first and second, but still not too bad. What kind of airbrother movement was that on Mitch's side? They sort of danced around for a bit.
The kind where they're executing Order 66. So yeah, using his P-Wing here, which makes a lot of sense. Don't want to take a death in the airship, so Pro-A did fight the extra hammer bro here, so Mitch extending his lead a little bit, because Pro-A probably not getting the item he wanted, but we'll see. Mitch is kind of running low on inventory items, so we'll see if that comes into play or not. And yeah, Yeah, getting another off-screen wand grab there. So another 4-second save. Yeah, more on that low sodium diet, but still really thick.
Yeah, just one hit and he's down. So we get 2 4-star out the bat. Mitch going for the one directly in his path. So probably the right thing to do at the start.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Pro-A decides to play both of them or not. I get the feeling that Mitch will probably skip the one that's below him and hope for the best here. But we'll see. It's usually a decent strategy, and yeah, Pro-A is just going to play it safe. So yeah, we're going to see if this pays off for one or the other here.
Yeah, this is interesting here. Looking forward to see what. Okay, he's going back for the other fortress. Okay, never mind. So they're both going to be in.
Yeah, you know. Never mind.
They're both going to be in the same boat here. Mitch will still have his lead because he's already beaten the other fortress. So yeah.
Yeah, using some damage boosting strats here to get through a little quicker as well. So. So no hammers again for World 6. It's looking like that pipe could be pretty useful at this point when you get that first screen and you see no pipes. It's usually a pretty good sign for that pipe.
They're going on.
World 6 Hammer Bros have missed him, so they're just welcoming him back. And this Hammer Bro does give a hammer, so... that's really huge. I expect him actually just to straight up probably blind hammer maybe, but I don't know. Oh, and he does draw. Okay, he gets it first try.
Oh,
easy.
Mac and cheese, very nice. Pro again with a tail. He's gonna try and get the clip here.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he'd let me finish my thought. By the way, I mean, can you just, you know? So yeah, this playing both forts, absolutely the right choice here, being that he was able to just hammer that. There's a decent chance it probably built that bridge, actually, or something. I don't know. It seems to happen a fair amount.
There you go. Finally gets the clip there. I wasn't counting how many tries, but we'll just say first try.
Yeah, the other ones are practice. Man, that is always a hot foot, and that is absolutely the worst enemy there. Not only is it hard to get past, it also makes the model for the next enemy on the map just skewed, so you actually have no idea what it is.
Yeah, you tend to see that in like 8-1, and like if you actually go inside like 7-1 or 7-6, that tends to happen as well.
Smith's trying. Ooh.
Pro trying to go for the fly there, but doesn't quite work out for him.
And I guess the hotfoot was drunk today, so he just decided to end his day a little early.
Yeah, I mean, about 2 for your boss bass on Mitch's side. He does it pretty well, though. Very nice.
Yeah, probably not the level you wanted to see there, but he does take care of it, so... And the pyramid's on the other side, so neither option terribly good here. Pretty even choice. And yeah, gonna avoid that star because that's just a troll.
Yeah, you got that star, and you have to wait it out because you don't want to have to kill the beetles and reset the whole room there.
And oh look, Lemmy's 5 hits now that we don't go on the stage with fire. Amazing. Yeah, Pro-A have no problem with the pyramid there. Making good work of it. Definitely a lot less stressful than 2-3 at the boss bass, but...
Yeah, for sure. Pyramid's mostly vanilla, so I probably rock for that one, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of an interesting.
Fight.
Oh yeah, the 5-hit. Yeah, the jumbo. Mitch picking up another hammer. Don't know how useful this is going to be here at this point. I don't think it probably will be at all. The only question is if this is the fort or not. If this is not the fort, then yeah, I mean, I guess technically it would be useful. So we'll see.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Ward 8 Fortress, one of the longer ones, but see if Mitch gets the 1 cycle again here. Not quite. Falls just short right there. He has to hit the P switch, and he'll let his power up block. It's a star. He may be able to get the quick kill here. We'll see. He's kind of getting close, though, because he is Super Mario.
Yeah, unfortunate there. When you go for the 1 cycle, it's kind of the risk you take in this level. You know, trying to keep fire sometimes is a little greedy, so...
Yeah, so Pro can 1 cycle. He'll definitely save a bit of time here. We'll see if he gets it. And yeah, that fort is the one that builds our bridge, so this is another fast forward 4 here.
Yeah, this seed's going by really quick. I mean, 16 minutes through 5 worlds is a pretty blazing pace.
And he gets the 1 cycle. Very nice. Pro has a fire flower as well, so he'll definitely gain a bit of time here against Mitch. So I believe we're down to world 7, and I'm trying to think of the other one.
3, I think?
It must be free. That's the only way I haven't seen this seed, I believe.
Pretty fortunate pipe here. Decent chance that this is the fortress, so needing to get rid of 1 lock here. Yeah, whenever you have a World 7 where you can just take 1 pipe and go right to a fortress, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so Road Free is the last one before 8, and I believe they both have 2 hammers, so double hammer can come into play here for both runners.
Oh, did they get another hammer after they used the one in World 6? I know they got one from the Bro in 4, but did they get another one on top of that?
Oh, you may be right. If you only get 1 since, then yeah, they have to try for their hammer somewhere else here.
Yeah, they might have to. I don't recall. Have they got any music boxes? They might actually have to play the Piranha Plant too. So potentially they could just roll the 1 in 10. And that is the lock, so pretty quick. World 7 here. You could always have fewer stages, I guess, in World 7, but the thing is, you know, simplified route is just a nice thing to have, I think, when you're playing this one, so.
Yeah, for sure, especially if it's like World 7 or 8, and you have all the pipes to traverse through, you definitely want to... The simpler it is, the better.
Yeah, Mitch getting the H by using the slide speed there. Pretty heads up play, improvising, and they do have a music box, so.
Yeah, Mitch can use it right away. Pro plays this, and it happens to be a hammer. That could be huge for free.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you get those World 3 configurations where the first 5 levels are all levels, and there's not much you can do about it. Yeah. If you got that double hammer, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, those are the worst World 3s.
So yeah, Ludwig giving Mitch a little bit of trouble there. And Pro8 choosing to play it. I think he saw the single hammer, and I think he knows what's left here. So, playing with Lady Luck right here.
Yeah, let's see what he gets. Ah, it's a P-Wing. Unfortunate.
Yeah, also worth noting, I don't think they have a Bowser item, or, oh, I guess they did have Flower, I didn't see it. Okay, so they do have the Bowser item, although Hammer Suit is preferable, and yeah, double lock here might have been pretty good, but actually there's a chance that it might have been useless as well, well, relatively.
Yeah, maybe I'll see a Lost Soul on Mitch's side. Don't think we've seen many of them so far tonight, so... So yeah, there are 9 Lost levels mixed into the randomizer, so try to make them all completable, and they can show up where any number level would, so...
Yeah, we saw the vertical swim level, and then we saw the level that goes right to left, I think, with the water at the bottom. I think those were the 2 in the last scene, maybe.
Oh, right, the sky one, too, with the scrolling screen background.
Yep. So yeah, Mitch taking the door there to get rid of the boss bass. So heads up play for those of you that don't know that strategy. Get a completely different enemy set on the other side of the door. And potentially could have been worse, actually, but thankfully it was not for him.
Right, and with the way this fort layout is, if it's a 2-fort world free, logically both forts will be required here because there's 1 fort behind the lock right there at the bottom.
Yeah, it's the only question is there another obstacle, right, that they can't see off screen, so...
Right, Pro not gonna go for the door to swap out boss bass here, he's just gonna play onward. He does have a star though,
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, using that star to his advantage there, clearing out the trash.
And there is a lock, so yeah, more than likely they'll have to beat 4 forts here to advance.
Yeah, they actually have to, so yeah, we'll see double fort clears. Oof. Hotfoot getting Mitch there a little bit. The one time a star is what you want, and he gets it.
Yep, say it with his chat. Orb.
Bro. Interesting he chose to use the frog and not the star. That just tells you how much he values the frog.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing he saw there and just said, okay, that works.
Boar. Picks up Fire Flower. Pretty slick item, especially for Wendy coming up here, and he's probably aware of this. Yeah, of course, the World 4 forts just in combination here. And the World 4 airship, actually just World 4. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is now World 4. And thankfully for Mitch, that is a Fire Flower, and the exact item he actually wanted, although he's not messing with that.
Got a heavy Wendy on Mitch's side. I think it's like a free hit though. Discount there, but gets it done. He's going to be the first one to World 8 here, the Great Equalizer.
Yeah, vanilla with thunder thighs.
But Pro is riding on its tail, so it could come down to Ward 8 once again. We will see.
Choosing not to do the P-speed strats here. So Mitch having a little extra advantage in the airship here, but yeah, just really this airship and cutscene advantage between the two. And drawing Fort Knox as the first fort. Kind of interesting here. Be interesting to see what Mitch decides to do after his plays in the last world. They punished him, and I definitely know he's aware of it, so be interesting to see if he makes some different decisions. And sometimes it's not the best thing. Sometimes you get the complete opposite of what you just played in the last scene. So
yeah, and as chat is pointing out, this could be a potential sub 30 for one or both runners here. We'll have to see. We're only 25 minutes in, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, they were firmly on that pace. Obviously, World 3 took them a little longer, but because of the double fort. But yeah, no, this is a blazing seed here. I think they were still in World 6 in the last one, so.
So Mitch following the breadcrumb, going for that pipe that just became accessible. Oh, he's blocked off right out of the bat, though, on the hand bridge, so he's got to go back and go for the other pipe here. Finds a dark maze, another lock, so looks like may have one bridge, possibly.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly linear path so far. Probably not the fort you want to see, and probably wishing he kept his tail there, unfortunately, but I don't think he'll have too much problem with this one. He's played this stage 1 or 2 times in his life, although he gets the absolute worst combination of enemies here, because he's gonna have to take damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those tall ones at Spitfire are the worst. They in that section right there. It's pretty much it's possible to avoid taking damage here. It's incredibly difficult though. So.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, if he still kept the Tanuki tail, it would have helped a pretty significant amount. But yeah, just the way the interval works, there's really no getting past them.
Yeah, so Pro's going to be following right here. He'll have a Tanuki suit, so maybe it'll make easier work of this fortress here. Yeah,
there is one thing we're saying. Yeah, that beginning part's a little tougher for him, but he does make it past. So he is going to be able to pass here relatively unscathed anyway. And we'll see what this block ends up being. And it's another leaf, so.
Oh, and 702 did break the lock on the handbridge. So Mitch is continuing to follow these breadcrumbs. He's on the handbridge now and is working his way towards those pipes. See if he gets lucky here.
Gets a fantastic item here. So loses the frog suit, gets the absolute best item he could here. No gulp, nice. No boss bass. So yeah, pretty nice 5-3 setup for him so far. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Okay, I guess he was just being late to the party today. I don't know.
Yeah, was he on the upper path or upper part at first?
No, he just didn't spawn. Yeah, it was interesting.
Oh, that's rare then. Yeah, for him to show up on the bottom path like that.
So, Proa playing some pipe origami here. You hate to see it.
Yeah, so now we got Pro is also on the handbridge. He's gonna go back though. Well, maybe not. Okay, he's gonna follow Mitch here. He's gonna find his way over to Air Force here, which has to be Air Force.
So there's that lock in the upper right-hand corner of the screen in the dark, right? And neither could get past it. So I'm assuming this breaks it, and that's gonna be where we need to go, one way or another.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cause that's the only area we haven't checked here. So we'll find out shortly. That's the way forward.
Now, I don't think Mitch has checked all the areas Proa has, maybe, but I couldn't remember if he did or not. So this is where it could become interesting. Oh, and that lock is still there. Wow, okay. Wow.
Yep, I think Mitch has got it here. This is the only pipe left over.
Sure enough. Okay, perfect.
There it is, no bridges, but we do have a Navy stage to play, and it is 6F1.
Yeah, picking up some fire here. I don't recall if he's got a flower or not, so he might choose to keep this one. And, oh no.
Oh,
he gets the clip.
Nice clip from Mitch there. You really don't see this too often in Randomizer, much less vanilla.
No, yeah, it generally doesn't save too much time just because it takes so long to clip through there. Well, in vanilla, you never do it just because you're always small Mario and you always get the star kills. So, and he does have a flower, so not going to get punished here for taking that damage.
Yeah, so Mitch is ready to lose at this point. Yeah, it gets the clip on top. Very nice. This one is nice in Randomizer because you bypass most of the random rotodiscs there. So yeah, nice good input to get the clip there. It's gonna go for this clip. Let's see if he gets it here.
Nice duck input. Thanks, game.
Having a little trouble with it. Come on, Mitch. There he goes.
All right. Yeah, even if he took damage on Bowser, I think there's enough time between them because this is over a minute long level, especially in Randomizer, that I think his lead is significant enough that unless he takes a death here, I think he's got this one, so.
Yeah, the fire killing Bowser, he's done it many times, you know, barely accomplished vanilla runner. So go ahead and get your GGs in for mitchflowerpower. He's going to finish this game 2 here, and we are going to a game 3. So looking forward to that with the extra time shortly.
So yeah, both runners getting taken from the rank of the undefeated here and taking their first losses in a race of the entire tournament. So good stuff.
Yeah, Mitch finished the official SRL time of 31 minutes and 34 seconds. GG's. Yeah, Pro unfortunately loses the fire suit, so we have to beat Bowser old-fashioned way here. Not quite a sub 30, but 31's close enough, I would say.
Yeah, the pipes were a little unkind in this World 8. It was a little difficult, I think, for them to figure out what was going on, but it seemed like, I guess, there was a lock, potentially, that the airship unlocked in the upper left-hand corner, if I had to guess.
Yeah, pretty much the only other option right there. So yeah. You get those trolley World 8s sometimes. But yeah, get your GG out for proa007. He finished with a time of 32:52. GG's.
So don't go away, guys. We're gonna have another short break here. You know, good time for you to use the restroom, maybe get some drinks, and head on back for some more randomizer action. You don't want to miss it.
Game free hype.
Welcome back, everybody. It's game 3. You wanted it. We wanted it. And here we are. So, winner takes all. Loser goes home. What do you think is going to happen, Macobra?
It'll be fireworks, that's for sure, whatever happens. And unfortunately, what send one of these runners home and one will move onward. So, yeah, I'd hate to see one go, but the tournament, that's the nature of the tournament there.
Yeah, someone's got to lose, right? Someone's got to lose and someone's got to win. Yeah, really a fantastic set of races thus far. That time, Mitch not taking the early death that kind of plagued him in the first one, and also didn't have as much trouble with World 8, so we saw him kind of just keep this little bit of a lead throughout the majority of that race, actually.
So the flag's been dropped. Go and get your guesses in. What world will we see first in this final game 3 here?
I'm going to go with World 1 because Fred.
I'll go with World 7. Let's hope for reverse world order.
World 7 because Durf. I got it. And we're all wrong. Everybody is wrong. Actually, just every single person that guessed is wrong. It's World 5.
Man, the World 5 again. How about that?
And a fort right away as well. Very interesting here. Both runners choosing to take the lower route, get the power up this time, so... Mitch having some trouble with the blocks there, corner clipping. So Pro-A with the slight advantage here, getting out of the pipe, and gonna make quick work of Boom Boom here.
Interesting for Mitch to go the bottom route. I would have think he would have went top regardless, because it's faster and more execution heavy, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting though. You just, I don't know. That route, it's scary, man. It's really scary.
True, the early power doesn't hurt, you know, as long as it's a star, of course.
Yeah, honestly, if you're small, though, the star isn't too bad there, because usually there's a lot of junk in the bottom, so at least you get free passage. That's the one thing I'll say about it.
Yeah, but we have free 6 here, and auto-scroller turned off here. That's another thing we didn't mention there. Most of the auto-scrollers are disabled, like the airships and the normal levels. There are 2 exceptions, though, 5, 9, and the lost level we dub Atlantis, which has a bunch of swimming, as you can probably tell from the name.
No, Atlantis swimming? Never. When I think Atlantis, I think best stage in the game, personally. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's not bad. Plenty of seekers to go around.
And Mitch getting hit by the final boss of Mario 3. You thought it was Bowser, but it's really the Paragoomba.
Yeah, nice flyover for Pro-A over the mast there. Very nice. Mitch's not gonna be able to do that unless there was a tail in the power up here. That's a fire flower. Okay.
Yeah, so he did fight the Hammer Bro. Is a little bit further behind as a result, but he did get a mushroom there, which does allow him to pick up this fire flower in the airship. So ends up kind of working out in his favor there. We'll see if he can put this to good use, or if the next level is just Fort Knox and he immediately has to use it because randomizer.
So Princess drops us a P-Wing, and we are World 1, and that is not the best layout for World 1 there.
No, you really hate to see it. Pro A probably should damage boost here. Oh, I think he thought, and then he decided not to, and now... Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, he might try and two-cycle this, because he does have a tail. I just gotta keep the tail and continue onward here.
Yeah, so Mitch can save a pretty significant amount of time here getting a 2-cycle, which I would anticipate he will, barring disaster.
Yeah, an easy 2-cycle for Mitch there. No surprise.
Yeah, did not go for the clip there. Pro A not choosing to fly up to the item. That is pretty slow to do when you just have a tail, but you never know what you're going to get, I guess. Could have been something useful.
Yeah, we have 2-2 next here. Pro gonna fly fast to the platform there. Has a tail, so you make quick work to flutter across. No biggie. Mitch right behind him though, so has a fire flower though. He's gonna try and get past. He's trying to get it going. Press onward here. Yeah,
pretty good item to have.
So.
But Pro A's got an even better item for this stage, so this should allow him to get some P-speed here and skip the carpet ride. Has to kind of go back and forth to get it there, so it'll take him a little longer to just flutter down, but does get a pretty nice time save there overall.
Yeah, very nice for Pro A.
And yeah, it's worth noting both runners choosing to forego the fortress because there's really no need to play it. Yeah, you got the level there and it leads right to the end, and being that he doesn't need to break a lock, he is going to grab the item here, and Mitch also following suit in 1-6 getting a tail, and Pro A picking up a mushroom in the meantime.
Yeah, no reason not to go for it. Where's Pro A going?
I'm not entirely sure. I think he's confused. Yeah, I think he did. I think he, for some reason, is under the impression he needs to build a bridge. That's the only thing I can think of. So, yeah, this is going to be a significant advantage for Mitch here, being able to skip this level, as it is quite a long level on top of this. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a mistake on Pro's, and yeah, so he's definitely gonna feel behind at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate there. I'm sure he's aware now, once he saw that lock break, that he has made a mistake. So we'll see what kind of decision making comes out of him for the rest of the seed here, and yeah. We'll go from there. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on here yet, but he's got some work to do.
Yeah, not entirely out yet. As you can see, you know, Mitch is clearing the world as Pro's killing the Koopaling right now. So, yeah, still relatively close.
Yeah, just kind of swap back and forth. That game 3 pressure, man, you know, it gets to you sometimes.
Yeah, it's still early. Still plenty of time to catch up.
But yeah, he had a lead, so he ends up not being too terribly far behind. He's going to be about the length of this fortress behind, maybe a little less.
Yeah, I'm waiting for one of the runners to actually use the frog on a win here and complete this fort faster. Be kinda cool.
Sorry, what are you talking about? What item is that? I've never heard of that item.
Frog suit on this fort, and they didn't know it was this fort, but they just used it on a whim.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that item is. I've never heard of it.
Oh, the frog suit, it's green and you sort of hop instead of run.
Oh yeah, that does not sound familiar, and that sounds awful. So yeah, the old 2-1 giving Mitch a little bit of trouble here. Also in its vanilla spot, should we point out that 2-1 just being the ultimate Fred here. Ooh, Mitch getting the H jump. You don't see that terribly often.
Yeah, very nice. He's small at this point, so he's got to be careful. Deals with the blooper though, so that's good.
Yeah, the big brain play there to bring the white block in. Man, that stage was out for blood for both runners.
Yeah, now we have 1-4 on Mitch's side. That auto scroller turned off. He has a P-wing though, so no trouble getting past all that.
And, just a doe tip right at the end that almost made him take damage. Just Mario 3 things. Ooh, nice pipe. You love to see it, honestly.
Yeah, right there at the castle. Mitch is going to actually go for a hammer brother here. That's kind of unlike him, but it is still early. Gets the start of it though.
Yeah, choosing to build some inventory here. Hoping probably for a hammer, I would imagine. He wants a hammer for World 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised Pro makes the same play here, since that bro is right. Well, no, he's going to skip it. Interesting.
Yeah, I have to imagine he feels like he's behind playing the extra level, so we're probably going to see him make maybe some uncharacteristic decisions here.
Yeah, he's definitely gained some ground there, because Mischief played and unfortunately got a star out of it, so not the best item, so he's definitely gained some ground, even though he still feels he's probably behind here.
Yeah, definitely. And he had a little bit of a cleaner world too as well. He had a lot less trouble with 2-1, so definitely has caught up a pretty significant amount here.
Mitch seeing the fort. He's got his tail though, so that's good. Going to distance himself from Pro a bit.
Yeah, this is going to be a significant advantage for him with this tail. It's going to save probably 10 to 15 seconds, somewhere in there. Not having to wait out the P-switch, so it's going to be pretty happy here.
Oh, I think Pro is going to end up taking a def here to see if he has a P-wing or a tail instead.
Yeah, he should have a P-wing. He hasn't used any inventory as far as I know, and they both had some P-wings, so yep, sure enough.
Yeah, so it does save a little bit of time, not a whole lot, but for sure, definitely does make a difference.
Yeah, it definitely saved him a few seconds, I think. And Mitch drawing 5-3 here, which is just not a stage you want to see, although it looks like a very similar 5-3 as the last seed. I mean, are these seeds even randomized? I don't...
Yeah, it gets a star, though, so that's good for early on. And Boss Pass is going to stay on top this time, more than likely, so should be good from here on out.
Apparently, he scrolled the screen at the speed that pleases the bass, so...
Yeah, Pro's checking his pipes here to see what the story is. So yeah, he's found the same task now.
So we got 5-3 between the two runners here. And both in pretty equal situations. So yeah, deciding to use the screen scroll to his advantage there. Heads up play, saving a pipe transition.
Okay, look
Oh,
what the
man.
other port is.
Another Fred. Nice stuff. Although not in their vanilla locations, at least. At least there was a little bit of randomization.
Yeah, fortunately Mitch does have a tail this time, so he's able to quick work with these piranha plants. Had to wait a cycle for the swamp, though. That's okay.
Yeah, that Thwomp's kind of evil sometimes. Yep, is able to also stay big here, which is always nice when you're able to do that. Damage boosting with the tail is ideal as well because the transformation time is shorter than the others. Proa deciding to play this piranha plant, which is interesting. So skipping the bro in World 2, but then gonna get the item here. And if he rolls the 2 and 10, he could get something pretty good.
Ooh,
and he does.
Now, that could come into play if we see something like 7-5 or who knows.
Yeah, unfortunately, he gets it after he already crossed 5-3, so you hate to see it.
Yeah, so proa007 2 now. The lead has widened for Mitch, but with that cloud, I mean, that couldn't make a difference here. We'll have to see here.
Yeah, we'd actually see a lead swap at this point if this level, or if there was an Atlantis that came up here. Getting 7-8 in its vanilla location as well. I mean, we've gotten some questionable Freds this seed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was about to ask if that was in the same position as vanilla, but apparently it is.
Ooh, man. Just getting the business from the piranha plants right now.
Gonna to this big block, but unfortunately it's just a bunch of 1-ups, so not too helpful.
What was that glitch? He like clipped upward in the pipe. I don't understand. I don't understand Mario 3. It's a video game. See, yeah, believe it or not, having a tail in 3-1 here actually saves you time. So Proa gonna be able to save a little bit of time on the stage, interestingly enough.
Yeah, Mitch is gonna play this other piranha stage here. See what he gets. Just a music box.
Would have been useful if he had it before the stage.
I think Pro's debating on using that cloud. He sort of hesitated for a bit, but he's still gonna hold on to it.
And Mitch gets him. Ooh, that pass was coming. And also getting the business from the piranha plants. And he's also going to be really sad about this block.
Yeah, if you hate to see the 1-ups show up there.
Meanwhile, Mitch taking care of Ludwig, which was also vanilla, by the way. I believe it was 3 hits with Quake. So, I mean, can we just determine this isn't randomized yet? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so Pro didn't use a star here. He's just gonna play this out like normal. We have World 6 next on Mitch's screen. You got 2 pipes right away. Check here. Now if they link up, then Hammer will be useful here. Okay, so it looks like the pipe behind the block or the rock does go near the end of the level here, the end of the world, it seems.
No, I think there were 3 pipes on the opening screen. So yeah,
right.
This is actually the best pipe. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna allow them to skip a few stages here. It looks like because I didn't see any other fortresses unless there's one hiding in that vanilla pipe location. Then yeah, these should be the only 2.
Oh, Mitch using a hammer. Just get that one level. Actually, was there a lock there too?
No, there's a lock after the fortresses, but yeah, no. Yeah, I think that was a good play by him.
Okay, so it was just one level he skipped.
Oh my goodness, so my heart, why?
Yeah, getting kept close calls here for Mitch, but he makes it free all right.
Yeah, the one of the rules of this fortress is you just cannot slow down there. I found that if you just jump at the end of that, if you do get the dry bones, you always land on them, and you don't have to worry about the rotodisc. So I just, yeah, that's what I do there anyway. Mitch getting a great item here, and wow, taking that absolutely perfect to avoid the dry bones. There is a strat you can do to despawn him, but Mitch does not care. He is an absolute madman.
So Proa picks up the same hammer here. He's gonna play the other Bro and see what he gets. That's a P-Wing. Let's see if he uses his hammer, makes the same play as Mitch here. He's gonna try the 6-1 tile. He's thinking about it. He is gonna hammer.
Yeah, that's the right choice for sure. And Mitch drawing 7-2, which is normally a pain, but he does have a tail here, which is a fantastic item for this.
Yeah, being able to flutter across the no-block bridge, very, very nice. Don't have to worry about building it and going under and over, back around again.
Oh yeah, and Chad also pointing out that was 2 World 6 forwards in World 6. Really makes you think.
It away.
I mean, not with this seed. Ooh, Proa also avoiding. That's actually really hard to do, to avoid that guy. I just want to point that out. He generally gets there before you do.
Yeah, Mitch clears out War 5 here. 20 minutes in, and so yeah, it seems about average for a bracket seed here.
Yeah, they're going at fairly average clip for sure. Right on that like 4 minutes world. What did Mitch play again? Mitch played something that wasn't super short. 7-2, yeah. Not super short. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good cloud usage at the end of the day.
Yeah, I reckon Pro's thinking that there's limited uses left over for that cloud, so you want to make use of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're not guaranteed to be able to use it in World 4 here, so definitely knows what worlds are left, so I'd imagine making that decision as a result.
Yeah, but it looks like we got a long World 4 ahead of us here, so I'm just gonna play the hammer, bro. Gets a P-Wing out of it.
Yeah. World 4 unkind tonight. I mean, I think the other are, well, one of the seeds was a free World 4, but yeah, the first one too, I think, was a long one, if I recall.
Yeah, and free 4 here, making use of his vanilla strats. Very nice.
And the door shall be 3. 3 shall be the number of the door that he just passed and didn't enter and made everybody sad.
Yeah, but fortunately, this stage of the game, everyone's taking chances. Pro knows he's behind with that World 1 stake, so he's definitely got to pull all stops out here.
Makes pretty quick work of World 4 here. Did he have a cloud or something? Oh, and gets the clip. That wall just actually wanted Mario to clip through it because he just like jumped out and the wall was like, yes.
Very nice clip from Mitch there. It actually saves time in Randomizer, unlike in Vanilla, since there's no auto scroll, obviously.
Yep, skipping those flamethrowers. Pretty good time save there. So yeah, runners must have gotten a cloud from the last world. So you put in good work here, skipping whatever that level is, going right to the pipe and right to the end of the world. So we got about an airship between the two of them going into the final world here, which is World 3. Neither runner having a double hammer, so...
And nice play from Pro using the P-Wing on this World 6 airship here. Of course, he didn't know it was World 6. So, very nice. Very nicely done. He'll gain a little gun on Mitch here, for sure.
And getting the off-screen grab, so even more time here. So, definitely closing the gap here. This would be just absolutely even had he not played the fort in that first world. So, yeah, it really has picked it up since that point and played extremely well. And we see the first pipe there is the pipe. So, interestingly enough, double hammer would have been insane for World 3.
Absolutely. Neither runner here, unfortunately, can utilize double hammer to check that fort route to bat. So, got to play this 2-tile here, which is 1-2, I believe.
Yeah, really well executed 6-8. Mitch has really done that level extremely well thus far in this matchup here.
That must have been 6-8 because I see a bunch of H's in the chat. Yeah, 6-8.
Yep. Yeah, I was able to get P speed there using this fire flower to his advantage. So, yeah, and all 3 races, this level actually showing up, and I think he got P speed in all of them. So, ooh, Pro-A using the Paragoomba. That's right. Y'all didn't know about the backboard, did you?
Yeah, sometimes the enemy's in the right spot. They can help you out, you know. So Pro going backwards here, using the music box and going to that fort there.
So it is the other fortress here that is required. So, Mitch gonna use the mushroom. Remembering the forts that have been played, very important. Normally you would P-Wing forts, but I think all the forts where P-Wing is useful have already been played, so it's really good to take mental note of that, and it seems like he probably has, just based on that decision alone.
Yeah, now Pro could have gambled here and went for the same fort that Mitch is in now, and it could have been much tighter race at that point. Well, I guess the way the map's designed, it wouldn't be possible. But yeah, Pro's gonna check it and see the bad news here. You know, Mitch is going to be relieved that he can get to the castle now.
Oh, just kidding! It was 3-4 at World 3, and you just didn't see it.
That would be evil.
Evil, and it happens. Pro-A picking up a cloud, so potentially useful in World 8. I don't know if Mitch fought that hammer bro, actually.
Yeah, it's rare, but it can come in handy. I mean, if 8102 is in their way.
So yeah, chat confirming he did not, so that could be very interesting. Particularly if either 8-1 or 8-2 is an evil stage. So 8-4, you can skip it too, but that's even rarer that you get that opportunity unless it's on the Bowser screen, right? And it's just like you have a free path, but yeah, outside of that.
Yeah, so go and get your guesses in, chat. How many bridges will it take to get to the final Bowser here, this game free? 0, 1, 2 are free.
Getting a hammer suit there, so we're gonna see our first hammer suit attempt on Bowser, and there's a hand right away. Oh boy.
Yeah, Mitch is gonna take the death. He's gonna try and dodge that hand stage.
Yeah, and should go right to the pipe. Oh, see, this is why he should have gone to the pipe. He's gonna have to play this now, unless he wants to go back across the hand. So
Right. Fortunately, he is mostly vanilla, so he's comfortable with it. You know. Yeah, I'm sure Pro will save a spot in the pipe first before he checks that.
So yeah, he has a nice little time save here at the beginning of this world by making the correct choice. They're going in the pipe, but yeah, just with the configuration here, you see this configuration, you definitely check both of those to see if they're fortresses. You're just like you're playing with fire, not going for fortresses on the main screen when there's only one pipe, because you never have any reason to come back here otherwise.
And Pro also getting grabbed. He's going to take a def here. See if he gets through his second attempt here. Very nice. Yep, he's going to save a spot. And let's see where he goes first. Going to play Navy stage because he knows that's the fort. We'll see if he peeks at the tank stage and see what that is. So it just found the Air Force, which is appropriately the Air Force stage.
I mean, would you have it any other way for this seed, honestly?
Not in this seed, not in this game 3 match here.
Although I don't recall when the tank changed to 4-4, but here we are. So yeah, gonna take the death there on purpose in order to avoid playing that stage. So it's a little bit of a time save here on Mitch, but Mitch has still got that one fortress lead here, but the gap is closing a bit.
Yeah, and it turns out they did break the lock to the vanilla pipe there. And okay, goes to lower left of the dark maze. He's gonna play this tank stage, and hey, what do you know? It's super tank.
Would you have it any other way?
Couldn't said it better, man.
So yeah, gonna check the upper left section of the dark here. I'd imagine there's either 8 fort or a pipe there. I mean, there could be a hand too, but oh man, actually that could be big. Oh, there's another lock. Okay, huh?
Yep, the lock broke on the lower left right there, so not too useful. We're just gonna try the lower right pipe over here now. He finds the way to the hand bridge. Gets turned around. You gotta try another pipe.
It's one of these pipes based on what
and there it is. There's a hand in the way.
There it is.
Save two. What's he gonna do here? Yeah, he's gonna try and take a def here. Takes the def. Let's see the hand. See if he can get past his hand. Oh, he gets past it.
That is so big. Oh man. That hand could have just absolutely turned the race. That is an awful hand stage to get, because I don't know if you could tell, it took him a very long time to be able to take a death, and we do see another World 8 fort here in World 8, but it is the 8 fort.
Yeah,
and
unfortunately Pro is playing an unnecessary fort here. His way is open, he does not know it though. So yeah, Mitch's race to lose at this point. See if he gets first try clip, very nice.
And yeah, from this point, I can't see a way he loses this one. Hi Bowser.
And bye Bowser.
Get your GGs.
Get your GGs out, ladies and gentlemen, from mitchflowerpower. He's going to move on to the semifinals here in this randomizer tournament. Unfortunately, we'll be saying goodbye to proa007, but what a good series of matches here. Very well fought series, for sure.
And Pro ain't going to be joining him soon in the Peach Room here. Meanwhile, I think I just heard Mitch.
What's up, guys?
Oh, not a whole lot. Did you like the sheer amount of Freds in that last seed?
What does that mean?
The vanilla like forts in the vanilla world, and then the vanilla airship and the tank and
Air Force.
Dude, 2 times in the last 2 seeds, the Air Force like icon was the Air Force. I was like, what is this? Yeah, man, that was crazy. I heard I lost the first race due to pretty much like the World 8 gamble I made by doing 2 forts. There was 3 there and I did 2, and I was like, come on, man. They're like, let's go, gamble this, you know? And then
yeah. Yep, you chose the wrong one, unfortunately, and
right.
I kind of figured you must have felt like maybe you were behind. You did take the early death, I know. And I don't think the seed was too terribly difficult in terms of what you played, so maybe you just felt like gambling, I don't know.
I just felt like gambling, because like, I don't know. The first death at the beginning of the game obviously tilted me and made me feel like I was behind for most of it, but I was still unsure if that fort was even needed, right? We ended up doing both those forts. So I was unsure, you know. I thought to myself, if I didn't need to do that fort and Proa didn't do the level and went to the pipe first, right? Because I did 8-2, I think, first. And yeah, if he did the level and then the other fortress, then, you know, that's it. That would have put me behind a lot. But after the death, I mean, I can't go back now, right? You might as well finish it.
Yeah, no. Incredibly close race. That one was back and forth. Actually, all 3 of them were. You had the lead in the second one, and you kind of kept it throughout, but he was just always there. He was right there on your heels. And then in the third seed here, he actually got an early lead just by a little bit of execution stuff in the beginning. However, he ended up doing an extra fort in World 1 by making a mistake, and that one kind of set him back for the rest of the season.
Last
he was always playing catch up. Yep.
In this last one, huh? Oh, dang. Yeah, you mentioned 2 mistakes in the Speedruns Live. What was the other one?
I think he didn't check a pipe on the handbridge is probably the other one he's going to say, and I think we're joined by him right now, so we can actually ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG, Proa.
Yeah. Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I made two awful mistakes.
Yeah, what were they?
Well, World 1, I completely misread the map. I was reading something else. I got far ahead of myself.
Oh, was it one of those, ooh, if it's only this fortress, I can squeal right by?
I played an extra fort when I absolutely didn't have to, and then World 8, I completely misread the map, and I should have checked the pipes on handbridge before commit. I shouldn't have even played Navy at all. I should have gone straight for the pipe.
Yeah, the traditional fort icon wasn't needed for sure. I don't even know what was needed, because when I got to the handbridge, there was no. Or sorry, when I got to the last.
It was a 0 bridge play, so it was just a question of finding the right path.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do that either. I did at least 2 or 3 fortresses in World 8. But I had the same World 8 problem in the first match. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was all over the place.
Yeah, the first World 8 was pretty wild, and then the second one was pretty traditional. Third, once you kind of worked your way through the dark area, then it kind of straightened itself out. But I didn't play. I mean, apart from those 2 mistakes, I played really well in Game 3. But those 2 probably cost me a solid minute right there. So it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. You really had me sweating, though.
He did, man. He was gaining on you on that one. That was crazy. You had that early advantage, but he was just right there.
Yeah, winning that first race. Winning the first race means a lot with these best out of 3. You have backup if you lose, you know what I mean? If you lose the second one, you got a little bit of backup, a little bit of leeway. But one of the biggest problems with having a best out of 3 is the steam, right? You got to not run out of steam. You got to make sure you can keep going. So it's pretty tough.
Yeah, mentally, I think I just got a little too far ahead of myself a couple of spots. In game 1, I thought I was behind the whole way. Because as I thought about it, I thought, well, World 7 could have been routed more optimally than what I do, because I played both forts. And I think that I felt like, oh, I'm behind the 8 ball on this one, and the items weren't especially giving World in game 1.
So in game 1, I did both the fortresses as well, but I died on the first fort.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I died. So you were definitely ahead there. But I did 8-2 first, because 8-2 was like blocking the path, and I did the sand trap, and that little fish, because I was small. It was the first level I did, and it was pretty scary.
Yeah, cheap is the true final boss of Mario 3 Randomizer.
Yeah, that was.
You know, I'm overall. I mean, I was surprised at the lack of hideous levels. I mean, 6-6 only showed up once.
Yeah, I definitely abused past it too.
7-5 didn't show. Atlantis didn't show. 5-9 didn't show. 6-5, you know, which can be a total nightmare if you get the wrong enemy set, didn't show.
Yeah, I got 6-5 twice, I think. One,
really?
Or no, one was earlier in the practice, but I got it once today in one of our 3 races because I tried to go for the clip and I lost P-speed and I had to do it all vanilla and.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. I got it once.
Okay.
It was interesting. Mitch actually blind clouded 6-6 because it was the last level in World 1, so he didn't even realize that he just made the greatest decision of his life.
What about the World 4? Did you also cloud there in World 4 to the pipe?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, to skip 2 levels. Yep. Good move.
Yeah, the one thing I did in game 1, and it was kind of an erroneous gamble. I mean, because World 3 was still in play potentially, but I actually used a hammer in World 4 and did a little slide past with the not needed for it, and then whatever it was 4-3 or 4-4, whatever it was.
Do you ever get that feeling during every race that like your opponent has the double hammers and is gonna smoke World 3? Because like every World 3 we did, we had to do like 6 levels, and I'm like, I know he's got 2 hammers, man. I know he does.
I was really worried about it in game 1, and as I thought about it, I realized it wouldn't have made a difference anyways because of the way it ended up being, because the pipe was a 3-3 spot. You had 3 levels and 2 forts, so on the left side of the map. So it was so the double hammer play would have saved 1 level. So it was largely a wash.
It would have been huge in game 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I didn't get until game 3. I did not get a single hammer suit.
Me either. We got it at beating World 7. I think that was it.
Yeah. I got a fire kill on Bowser game 1, and that was nice. But yeah, hammer suits weren't coming.
Two clouds, right? I think, and all
clouds.
3. That's it. 2 clouds and a couple hammers.
I got an extra cloud in game 3. I played the first Piranha stage and picked up a cloud there.
That's right. The Piranha stage did give clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch got an extra cloud in the first game, and then you got one in the 3rd game. And ironically, you both like lost that game. Like the opposite is weird.
Yeah, having the extra cloud, I still lost, right? And then it was reversed.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Yeah, one of these years, I'm not going to draw you in the brackets. At least not until I get to the semi.
Yeah, have I bopped you all 3 years?
3 years in a row. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And when you won first game, you're like, "Now's my time, man. I'm gonna shine."
You know, last year I won the first game, and then game 2 and like the seeds got progressively easier as they went on, because I remember game 1 last year was a nightmare, and then they just got so easy. But I think if we played a 4th game last year, we might have like literally flown like Raccoon Mario.
Yeah, and you're definitely one of my favorite opponents in Randomizer, because like this is like your thing, right? Like I think you're one of the best Randomizer players there is. So
thanks.
I was definitely on edge. When I lost the first match, I was like, this is it. Like, you had me tossed down on the floor.
Yeah.
I honestly, the third seed, I think was the first time I've ever seen him make a routing error. Like I
Right?
watched him play so many seeds.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it goes, and we've seen a couple of these throughout, and you know, I think the only saving grace is after that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I was far more aggressive going down the stretch than I was throughout, and I think that also culminated in just playing 2 games, and just like the third game's like, okay, let's just cut loose here.
Yep. The third game for me, I just decided, you know, I'm gonna go for as many speed strats I can in the levels, avoid as much Hammer Brothers as I can. I always make one random gamble in every seed for a Hammer Brother if he's beside me. Like if I have a choice to either not fight him or fight him, there's always one Hammer Brother I'll randomly fight, and that nipped me in the butt the last 2 seeds. They were both stars.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I largely avoided them as well. I really didn't go out of my way to take them on, but yeah, so
yeah, I feel
such as it is, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that
GG's once again.
Yeah, GG, dude. Good job, man. Next year.
Next year.
Next year you'll get me, or later
time
this year.
Is the charm.
Yeah, so Mitch, next round you'll be facing either Gamer Cow or Dax, or how do you feel about those matchups?
I don't know. I gotta wait and see. I don't stream tomorrow, so we got the double header tomorrow, right? 2 matches. We could get a total of 6 games in tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna
5 and 8 Eastern. Yeah, it's gonna be. You got 2 great matches.
I'm gonna get my snacks ready, you know, get my jammy jams on, and we'll see who I'm facing.
Wait, who's playing tomorrow?
Shush.
Well, a couple of guys possibly in this commentary. I don't know. You know,
a bunch of beginner SMB3 players. They're still kind of new, so it might be good. I don't know. Maybe I can make other plans.
Are you talking about the reigning, defending randomizer champion of the world, and then me, who is bad?
This is gonna be pretty good, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot for having me. GG's again, Proa, and take it easy, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Mitch.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one, man.
Well, good luck to both of you guys. Cobra, I'm looking forward to your match, calming your match tomorrow against Tapatio. Hopefully you don't make the same routing errors I did.
Yeah, I'll try not to, but yeah, unfortunately we do have to say goodbye to you, Proa. Got any final thoughts about the tournament or about anything?
Yeah. Like I said, one of these days I'll avoid Mitch on the draw. It's like 3 years in a row. That's got to be some sort of cosmic joke or something at this point. I mean, you know, I'm 19 and I'm like 20-0 against everybody that's not named Mitch in this tournament. So
yeah, for sure.
I'd like to play somebody else for a change in the brackets, but other than that, no. This has been a great tournament. I'm glad to organized it, and the matches this year have been outstanding, both in the main and also in the Challenge Cup, which is giving us some great drama.
Yeah, for sure. Both tournaments have seen its fair share of action here. Speaking of which, tomorrow, as Hector was pointing out in chat, we have a doubleheader on SpeedGaming 2 at 5 p.m. It's going to be the Hackstar versus Gamer Cow. At 8 p.m. it'll be myself, the defending champion, against Tapatio J. So you gotta look out for those matches.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
All right, later. Thanks, Proa. GG's again.
Yeah, GG's, man. Man, that was an awesome set of races. Yeah, looking forward to playing mine tomorrow and watching yours, and wish you the best of luck, man.
Yeah, same to
guess
you.
In the meantime,
should be exciting matches there.
Yeah, for sure. And in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Really fun 3 races there, and I'm sure the ones tomorrow will be just as good. So you definitely want to tune in for those. But yeah, have a good rest of your night, guys, and stay safe out there.
That's right. Stay safe. Have a good night.